Ingrid. Today I just wanted to talk about planning your breakup with your partner because that's currently what I'm going through, and I thought it would be like something to talk about, a little update. Also, some of you guys have been telling me that I should do ASMR, that my voice is very calming, so if you want to just listen to this to fall asleep, then do what you gotta do. So yeah, planning a breakup with your partner. Me and my boyfriend haven't been doing the best lately. There's been a lot of arguing, and lately I feel like I've kind of had to walk on eggshells to tell him anything. And in the start it was like, if I told him, I think you could do more of this, I think you could do more of that, or, if you did, if you helped me with this, it would be a bit better, and I don't like how you do this, I don't like that you did this, and he would be like, yeah, I'm gonna change that because I want us to work out. But lately it's kind of been like, if I ever tell him something that I feel like, is wrong or something I'm not happy with, he'll get very mad. So I've kind of let it go to the point where it's like I've given him so many chances without him changing, so that now if I ask him something, he's kind of just sick of hearing it, and I haven't really put my foot down enough to like have him actually change. So I'm definitely not a person who's good at like breakup stuff, because like, how do you even do that? And then it's like you're waiting for the right time, but like if you're sitting there waiting for the right time, like you're never gonna get anything done because there isn't a right time. So my plan was originally to wait until next year, because we've already planned to like celebrate Christmas with his family. And so I was kind of like, I don't want to break up right now and have that be canceled and then have it just be like a bad vibe. And I was kind of like, for next year as well, because our birthdays are in the start of the year. It's February and March. And then also we would have our 2-year anniversary. So I was kind of iffy about that as well, but I was like, I can't just like stay in the relationship just because we have stuff coming up. But I thought like Christmas would be alright, because then there's like more people involved and all that. And I have been hinting at a breakup. He jokes a lot about it because he's very much like, if he is like scared of something happening, or if there's something he doesn't like, he will joke about it. So he's joked a lot about me breaking up, and I've also been like hinting at it, like, before I would say like, oh, when we have kids, da 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 da, but now it's more like, oh, when I have a kid, this is gonna be how it is, and like, oh, I want my kid to be like that, and he would kind of get mad at me when I said stuff like that, and he would be like, oh, can't you at least pretend like you want to be with me? And I'd be like, I don't want to give you like false hope. Like, I want to be honest, because I don't want to be like all of a sudden out of the blue like we're breaking up. I want it to be like you're understanding that it might actually be the case. And I think that was like, it was kind of hard to talk about breaking up, because he would always get upset and kind of avoid talking about it, and he'd be mad at me whenever like it seemed like I wasn't as into him anymore. And it's just like, well, that's just how it is. Like, I don't know what you want me to do with that. Like, just pretend. I could, but I don't want to like just live like that. I don't want to live like that, and I don't think it's fair for you to think that I'm totally into it when I'm really not. So all of a sudden, when he was at work, he works at sea, so he's gone for 1 month, and then he comes back and stays at home for a month. So he's, home and away a month at a time. And all of a sudden, like last week or something like that, and all of a sudden, like this week or something, he sent me a message like that he, was working and he just like had to go to the bathroom to cry because it just really hit him that, it might be over soon and that he's not going to get to have kids with me. He's not going to be with me forever. And, I couldn't say anything against it. I said that I was very, like, I didn't have anything good to say, really, anything helpful, but I was kind of glad that it finally hit him, because that would, like, that helps me a lot with actually going through with it. It tells me that he understands it, finally, because it's been so long with him just kind of living in a fantasy. So having him say that it hit him, that he actually understands that it might be over, was like a good thing to hear. And so we kind of talked about it, and I said something like, I don't really know what's the best time to do it, because I don't think there is like a good time ever. And he said like, well, you at least have to wait until I come home. And I was like, yeah, I know, but like even then, like, are we gonna break up like right away? Like that would be kind of, I don't know, like we still have plans, And he said like it might sound kind of egotistical, but he wanted me to spend Christmas and like second day of Christmas together with him and his family. And he said, that's just if you don't think it's gonna be weird. And I said that, I don't think it's gonna be weird. I think I'm still gonna have a good time. And I said like, my plan was kind of like going through with stuff this year and then next year breaking it off. But, I could just spend Christmas with you and then we'll say it's over after that. And so that's kind of the plan, to spend Christmas together, and then after that he moves out, I guess. And he asked me how I think it's gonna be when he comes home, and I said, I don't really think it's gonna be that different from the last couple of times you have, because it's something that I've thought about for some time. So to me there's not much changed. It's not like all of a sudden I decided like, yeah, we're just gonna break up. It's like it's been like on my mind. Of course I think it's gonna be different this time when he comes home, because then it's like official that we aren't gonna be together. We are still together, but like at the end of next month we're not. And I don't know, it's like it's probably gonna be different, but like my feelings aren't different than they have been for some time, because this is something that I've been thinking about a lot, so it's not really gonna be different for me in that sense. And I feel very like bad, because I feel like I seem so, like I might seem like I'm not bothered by it, but it's been like something I've been thinking about a lot. And lately it's just been like, it went from kind of being like, in the start it's like, well, we're never gonna break up, and then it's kind of like, oh, there are some things that are going wrong, but I still want to be with you. And then after a while it's like things aren't changing, and like I don't really know, like, would I spend the rest of my life with you? And then it kind of turned into, I don't really think, I want kids with you. And now it's kind of turned into like, you're not good to me or for me. And I've been thinking about it for so long. And like, it kind of went from being like, am I really gonna break up, to like, I kind of have to break up. And then just being like, how do I do that? I think it was good for us to talk about it and to like kind of agree on like a deadline, because well, I'm very not a impulsive person, or I mean, there are stuff that I could do like kind of just on the spot, but not things that are like risky or something like that. If it's just like, I can't come up with an example, but like, you know, there's just like the simpler things, or like, stuff that don't affect people emotionally, or stuff like that. Stuff that really only concern me. I can do that impulsively, because then it's like it's just me. But stuff like breaking up, like, because you don't know how they're gonna respond. Are they gonna be angry? Are they gonna be sad? Are they gonna, you know, you don't know. But I think it was nice for us to talk about and agree, because, when you have a deadline, it's kind of like, I don't know, we both kind of know what to expect. And, he said he was glad I would spend Christmas with him and, like, give him that this last time. Which I think, we can both agree that that's kind of like a good way for us to do it. That like we kind of have this plan, and we know that it's going to end, and so like we can just spend like the remaining time of our relationship together, and yeah. So I don't know. It's kind of weird to think about. It's gonna be weird to tell my dad. My mom, like, I've talked about some of me and my boyfriend's problems. And, she kind of knows that it isn't all going well. I've talked to my dad a bit about it, but it's mostly like just a couple things. So it's like I haven't really told him all of our stuff. Because I don't know. So, and my dad likes him, I think, But I know that my dad isn't really going to be mad at me. He's not going to be like, oh my gosh, how could you do that? Because he supports me and stuff like that. And it's going to be weird having a whole apartment on my own. No dog, because they're going to, it was his family's dog. So they're probably going to get him back. Definitely going to get him back. Because, like, that's his family, kind of. And it's just very weird, I've been with him for 1.5 years, and then it's like, in the beginning it was like, wow, this feels like forever, or this feels like a forever thing. But then after a while, it's just like promises aren't kept, and it's like, I ask you the same things over and over again, and you say, you're gonna fix it, and then after a while you just get mad at me instead, because you're not really thinking about doing something about it. And so he's sad about it, and I feel like I told him that I think it's gonna be good for me, and I think it's more fair to him to like be set free instead of being with someone that he wants to be with forever, who doesn't really want the same back, and I don't know, it's just, it's a weird situation, but I think it's what's best for us. And I think that, you know, it might not be the greatest thing in the start, but then it's gonna get better and we'll get used to it and there will be better days. And I don't know, that's just how I'm trying to look at it. So, yeah, that's me and my boyfriend's plans. Um, and of course I do feel bad because like he doesn't want to break up with me, and but I just can't really be with him anymore because I think it's limiting me in like a bunch of different ways, and it's very bad on my mental. So it's just what's best for us, and I don't think he could say that it's all good and he loves being with me, and we do have good times, we do, but it's like all in all, like you're not really getting what you want from me out of this relationship because I don't really want to do anything with you. Like I don't want to kiss you, like I don't want to. There's so many things that I've just gotten very uncomfortable with doing with you, and like stuff that you could get from someone else, and I think it's just not good for me to be with you, and I don't really think it's the best for you to be with me either, because you're you know you're hoping for so much that I can't give you, and you just keep hoping that one day it's gonna change, but it doesn't. And I don't think that's very like good for anyone. So I think it's only fair for us to part ways. So that's what we're gonna do. So yeah, that was this video, kind of just a life update thing. And yeah, it's gonna be weird, but we're gonna get through it. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you had a great day, and I hope the rest of your week will be great, and I'll see you later. Bye.